Good evening, Samurai! Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Vortex. My name is Ezio and I will be your guide this evening as we once more well, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Welcome! How is everyone doing this evening? Well, I hope, for those of you who are not unfamiliar with our journey so far, or those who just need to catch up, last time we completed, baby, all of the seeds of the Zora's Domain region. That's done. We don't need to do them. Maybe one. Don't know. I've not marked it off on the ING map, so maybe I've missed one. I don't know. This evening, we are going to continue with the sub-stories of the Zora's Domain. We are going to wrap up all of the quest lines here, and then we are going to venture north into the Akala region and hopefully unlock the Fairy Fountain, unlock the Shrine of Power or something. I don't really know, and get all the way up to the Akala Tech Lab. But that's wishful thinking. We've got 2 hours. Can we do it? Probably not because it's me playing. But hey ho, we'll see what we can do. Hail Spud Solutions, welcome. Anyway, with that said, with that done, let's go. Also, hail Skelepuppy. Everyone's showing up now. Anyway, with that said, with that done, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Come, join me as we once more step foot into the Vortex as we continue to travel and traverse the world, the realm of the Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild. Our destination lays before us. The controls are set, and as always, the switch still needs to be turned on. Let's go, shall we? It's weird not hearing that beep sound from the PlayStation, because obviously I'm using a Switch. Hail Nintendo Nerd! Welcome. Thanks, yeah. Now that I've passed Lakebed Temple, everything else is a surprise for me. Haha, you're in for a treat. Or maybe not, because you're playing on Master Mode. I mean, what kind of idiot plays a Zelda game on Master Mode? I mean, really? You have to be an absolute fool to even consider doing such a thing. Or even a full completionist run. Hey, I know. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, it is a race against time, Nintendo Nerd. How many months are you going to have before you... How many months is it going to take me to complete the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild after you've completed Master Mode on Twilight Princess? Drink up, friendo. Hello, what? Oh, awesome. Cheers, Skelepuppy. I missed that. Right. Now, I noticed before I went live, at least on the interactive map, that we are missing a thing. We are going to check the map and ensure that we did not miss a Korok seed. Because otherwise I will be a sad Ezio. The seed I am apparently missing is the one right here. We've done that seed, I just forgot to tick it off. Give it 2? Wait, what? 2 months. 2 months after you've completed Twilight Princess. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, Uni's demanding. Oh, don't tell me. I know, trust me. I'm bleeding, no. We'll see how it goes for me as well. I might have to drop a stream here and there to catch up on some uni work, but... yeah. Right, now, we need to do all of the Zora things. However, I can't remember where all the blighters are, so I might have to look up a map. Actually, I probably will look up a map just to make it easier for me in the long run, if I'm perfectly honest. So, Breath of the Wild, Zora, Monuments. You might say, Ezio, that's cheating. Surely you should do this legitimately. To which I say, we're doing a completionist run. No! It's going to take me forever to do this in the first place, so why the dickens would I do that? Right. However, does it tell me on the map? Right. So, the first one is apparently here. Or at least somewhere in that region. Then the next one is a yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. So we're going to still have to do a bit of finding. I need to plug my Wii U back in. I really want to play Zelda on it. Fair enough. Wind Waker HD. I have Wind Waker HD. I also have Twilight Princess HD. I just haven't got my Wii U set up. It's up in the loft at the minute. Not that I've really got space to set up the Wii U at the moment. I'd have to try and figure something out. So apparently Nintendo have a new Zelda game in the works that isn't Breath of the Wild, which is going to release before Breath of the Wild 2, so that'll be interesting. Right, I need big bridge. Big bridge that does big things. Big bridge, huzzah. And this one... Yeah. One is... They've put these in really strange locations. There. There. No, it isn't. Is... Yeah. Okay. 7 by this. About there. Addendum 1 is... there. Addendum 2 is... Yeah. Also, cheers, Puppy. Thank you for the host. Apparently, there is another one. Yeah. No, not here. Maybe here. Possibly here. Or here. The somewhere there. Right. Okay. We've got all of the things now. Let us go on an adventure. Right, that's number 1 then. I assume. You know what? Should we read these in order? I'm kind of tempted to read these in order. I would have found that easily. That's part 2. Okay, we're doing these in order. On the principle of, sod it, I want to do these in order. OCD. My name is fun. Yes. Cool. Right. Okay. So, number 1 is... completely missed on my map, actually. Apparently it's up here. Right, let's also change our armor to the rock climbing gear on the principle of it'll make life a bit easier. There we go. Do 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 do. Crap! I suddenly regret every decision I have ever made. Right, okay, fine. So we're gonna have to fight some Goombas. Not Goombas, wrong game. But I'm gonna call them Goombas just because they are Goombas. Up. Nope. Nope. You don't see me. Don't see me. Gordon Bennett. I'm about to lose a weapon, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna lose weapon. Oh, well, at least I know where I can get a sword. Oh, well, we've got a boomerang, I suppose. Have we got a photo of that? Yes. Yes, we do. Actually, while we're at it. Mine, 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 mine. Mine, 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 mine. I arrive and the broadsword explodes. Indeed, also, hail, hoodlum. History of the Zora, Part 1. The Eternal Zora Domain as told by King Dorfian. The rains have blessed Lanayru since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking a bounty of such water, the Zora gathered there. Thus, as the legends go, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. The land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stonemasonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our great domain will ever stand as a hallmark to the esteemed artists who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora pride. Cool. One done. Let's remove the star. Who is over here? History of the Zora, Part 2. The Reservoir of Hope, as told by King Dorfian. One day, a small child called Frisk fell down a big hole and met a skeleton named Sans. They were good friends for many... Oh, right, wrong game. Anyway, once every 10 years, the Lanayru region experiences unusually heavy rainfall. The Zora River flooded every time. The tides damaged not only our domain, but our people, washing away poor souls and causing great suffering and disarray. The Zora king of the time, after seeking aid from the king of Hyrule, rode out to see what could be done. Can't imagine a Zora on a horse. That just seems weird to me. By joining the architectural genius of the Zora and Hyrule's technological prowess, East Reservoir Lake was swiftly built. Waifu at the moment. Dorothea, Fire Emblem, Free Houses. Yes. Architecture. By joining the architectural genius of the Zora and Hyrule's technological prowess, East Reservoir Lake was swiftly built. Thanks to the fruitful partnership, Hyrule was no longer plagued by these devastating floods. In gratitude, the Zora King promised the King of Hyrule to manage the reservoir level to protect all of Hyrule from the floods. Each Zora King since has kept this oath, spanning 10,000 years. That is why the reservoir signifies our bond with Hyrule. Cool. Someone needs to convince Nintendo to put free houses for sale for 20 quid long. Fair enough. We played free houses. Did it on the channel. We only did the, that's a Lizophos. We only did the... Forget the name now. Edelgar's run, because that was the best ending at the time. And I didn't want to go around and slaughter everyone because I like Edelgard. So we left it at that. One day I might go back and play it, I don't know. That worked. All your stuff are now mine. Aha! No Ezio run? What, of Fire Emblem free houses? No, this was before I decided to be a complete idiot and start 100%ing everything. I sort of 100%ed it to the degree of I got everyone in my class. That's a wrong arrow. That's a dead Lizophos. Right. Where is this supposed to... That was part 2. Oh, part 3 is not here. I might have marked that star wrong on the map. I think going to do 100% Cyberpunk, I'm still rather behind in the YouTube. Sorry to break it to you, Spudge, but yeah, we did. I didn't do a completionist run of it because I'd have to go back and respec my character, but we did 100% run. And all 4 of the endings. We did every ending. In Cyberpunk, we did every mission. We got V up to max level. We found and purchased every car in the game. Oh, you're in for a treat with that one. And we did all 4 endings. The main free as well as the secret ending. Oh, and we also may have had to replay about 4 hours of the game at one point. So enjoy that bit. Gonna take a while. Oh yeah, but it's not the longest Let's Play we've done. It's one of the longest, but it's not the longest. Can anyone guess which is the longest? You'll only need one. Right, how do I get there then? Do we use a... I might just warp, to be honest. Or we go to Varuta and we glide. I'm going for the glide. It's going to be a while. So no 1.5 patch replay. No. Not really. I've played through the story. I've done everything. The only thing that they've done quality of life stuff. No, the next time we go back to Cyberpunk will be when there's DLC. But as my track record with several games has proven, I am absolutely useless at trying to get back to games for the DLC. At some point, we still need to go back to Ghost of Tsushima and play through the DLC for that. Because I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. It was my game of the year for the year it came out. I just haven't, had a chance to play it. Right, so we go across the bridge. And over this direction sort of thing. Yakuza 0 is the longest. Then once you finish this, Breath of the Wild will be the longest. Exactly, Hoodlum. Exactly. It will be a very, very long time. This is going to be our longest game. The longest franchise run is going to be Yakuza. But in fairness, I don't think I'll ever do a franchise run longer than Yakuza. I mean, it took me about 2 years to get through Kingdom Hearts. So, yeah. I mean, we are only technically in, like, Series 2. We're on our 2nd franchise run. Hey, oh, I am Sleepy Slime. Did you stub your toe or something? Just runs into chat screaming. But yeah, I mean, Kingdom Hearts took us 2 years thereabouts to complete, to do our full run of it. I kicked a metal chair. That was a smart idea. Whereas, yeah, Yakuza is going to take us an eternity. I feel like I might be... Okay, well, that answers that question then. Oh, there is. Found it. Didn't need to climb the mountain in the end. Whee! History of the Zora, Part 3. Miracle of the White Scale, as told by King Dorfian. Our scholars say that in the distant past, Zora's domain had a king with no special talent for the art of war. What he lacked in skill with a blade, he made up for in love of his people, and especially love of his queen. One day, news reached the king of a horde of monsters gathering in Zodabon Highlands. The king steeled himself for war to protect his people, but the queen knew how ill-suited for the task he was. Worried for his life, she wove one of her own scales into his armor, hoping that her love would protect him in battle. It seemed for a time that the tide of the battle favored the Zora, and that all would make it safely home. But the cunning Lizophos general saw an opening and seized it, driving the king's forces into a corner. Just when the general's sword was ready to crash down upon the king, a miracle took place. An errant sunbeam reflected from the scale on his armor, blinding the Reservoir, stopping the death blow from falling. This was the chance the king needed to rally his forces and turn the tide, taking down the general and securing victory. This came to be known as the miracle of the white scale, a scale that only female Zora possess. It was this miracle that began the tradition of Zora princesses crafting armor for their future husbands. Like Princess Mipha, best princess of Hyrule. I wonder which number of Yakuza games we will be on when Ezio finishes the Kiryu saga. 22, maybe? I mean, in fairness, if I wasn't so stubborn over the concept of doing 100% runs on all of them, we would probably get through them fairly quickly. I'm just exceedingly stubborn and said I was going to do 100% runs. And we are, by Jingo, we are. We have come too far already. I saw you only fell asleep at 6 AM, coincidentally, when Ezio gets up. Apart from this week. I'm on holiday this week. Well, yeah, usually I get up about 5:30. Okay, the next one is down by that bridge. Let's go visit Ruto again. Also, hail the mighty, I am Sleepy Slime, for they have heard the words of the great prophet. They have heard the tale of the cyberpunk. They have heard the words, the call of the great techno-necromancers. Yes, my friends, they have undone the locks, released the binds, and restored our right to say, Alpha Centauri! Hopefully that didn't cut out the microphone that time, but maybe it did for all I bleeding know. Right. It did. Oh, Gordon Bennett! One day I will find a way of saying that without blowing the microphone, or maybe I'll just get rid of the redeem in all of its entirety. No, it's all right, Nintendo. We'll leave the bots to sort it all out. I don't know where I'm going. I am going this way. This is the thing we are doing. In fairness, at least you didn't do what some other members of chat do, Nintendo, and immediately swear again. There we go. What was that? Joking, my sleep has been bad lately, been trying to refresh. I am refreshing to a degree of, I have been getting about 8 hours of sleep the last 2 days and I feel awful for it. Because I'm not used to letting my body actually recover. Redeemed wife for the moment, non-human Pokemon? Pokemon aren't human though. They're Pokemon. They're a human, or they're a Pokemon. Human? Pokemon. Like no humans from the series. Oh, I get it. Oh, right. So basically, waifu of the moment, but it has to be an actual Pokemon. GuardEzio. There we go. Problem solved. Not just because, you know, GuardEzio, but also I absolutely love the fact that basically GuardEzio will create a black hole to protect her trainer. I like that. I like that idea. I'm a sucker for the valiant female knight. It's just the way I am. History of the Zora, Part 4. The Light-Scale Trident, as told by King Dorfian. The Queen and I were blessed with a daughter as lovely as a jewel. We named our princess Mipha. To celebrate her birth, the smithy Dento presented Mipha with a gift, a mighty spear called the Light-Scale Trident. Mipha grew into a bright girl and soon reached the age of receiving lessons from the royal family's Order of Knights. The whole of the royal guard adored her, especially Sergeant Segan, who loved her as if she were his own kin. Under Segan's instruction, Mipha honed her skills, and her radiance grew along with her skill with the light scale trident, and randomly touching lightning arrows, which we had to immediately ask her to stop doing because it was a stupid idea. As a champion, Mipha made her people proud. However, once the great calamity struck, she was never to return. All of Zora's domain fell into misery. The merest thought of the princess was enough to overcome anyone with tears. As a way of offering her soul repose, they tried to send the light scale trident drifting down the Zora River. But when they did, the trident began to glow, and Mipha's voice rang loud and clear for all Zora to hear. The light scale trident and I are one. Abandon your grief and know joy once again. Do not cry. Just remember. And so, keeping her request, on the day of the great calamity, the day that Mipha passed from this world, the Zora venerate the light scale trident and remember their brave princess. Such is the origin of the Champion Festival. No, that's because Mipha probably knew Link was going to come back, and I want my trident to go to him, who will immediately use it to smash a Lionel in the face, which we actually haven't done. Also, cheers! Climb, I shall stretch. Also, what was this? I personally say Gallade, so we are similar in that category. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gallade, the male version of GuardEzio. I think it is, but I'm not that keyed up on Pokemon lore, to be honest. Which reminds me, I really should get Legends of Arceus. I just haven't got round to it because I want to finish Let's Go Pikachu, which I haven't got to even. Ow. Gordon Bennett. Wouldn't mind, but I only stretched yesterday. Karate. We always stretch before training for obvious reasons. Ow. I finished Let's Go and play Arceus. That's it. I mean, that's what I usually do anyway. I'll just buy the game. Right, we have done this thing now. Okay, number 5. Ah, that's easy. What is the story behind Legend of Arceus? Anyway, is it like a Pokemon set in the past, or is it like an Izeki where you're a Pokemon trainer who has got thrown into the past and they now must do the things? Or, I mean, I could look it up, to be honest, but I thought while I'm here, and we have plenty of people in chat who have probably played the game already. Right, we go this direction. As he's about to make a terrible mistake. Nope, no mistakes. The second one, it's an Izaki? Really? Huh, you die and you end up in the world of Arceus. Fair enough. I mean, I thought it was originally one in the past, but then I saw screenshots of a modern-looking Pokemon trainer in this rustic past world, so I was like, huh, that's weird. History of the Zora, Part 5. The Sage Princess Ruto, as told by King Dorfian. Hey, it's Ocarina of Time! Long, long ago, in a past more distant than even the Great Calamity or the creation of the divine beast Faruta, there was a Zora princess named Ruto. We know that she was an attendant to the Zora patron deity, and that she was a fair and lively girl beloved to all. No, she was a spoiled brat who insisted on being carried everywhere, but hey, each to their own. Around the same time, an evil man with the designs of ruling the world appeared, bringing disaster upon Zora's domain. It is said that Ruto then awoke as a sage, facing this foe alongside the Princess of Hyrule and the hero of legend. Her achievements are remembered not only by the Zora, they are also forever etched in the history of Hyrule. The divine beast Faruta, built ages later to face off against Calamity Ganon, was named in honor of Ruto. that the Zora princess, my sweet daughter Mipha, was chosen to pilot Ruto is surely a work of fate. You go through a time rift, and the rift causes the Pokemon Lords to go crazy, and you must stop them and close the rift. Ah, fair enough. Ruto! I remember that dungeon. So do I. King Jabu Jabu, or Lord Jabu Jabu. I just remember Jabu Jabu, which is an amazing name, by the way. Even if it makes very little sense. Okay, so our next one, here, near those trees. Back to the top of the mountain. Dee 204 seeds, 30 shrines. Ooh, thingamybobs. Hey, Ruto. You know what would be cool? If at night or something you could sort of see the ghost of Mipha. I mean, I'm destroying my own headcanon where she is actually now merged with Link's soul and she's like a Yu-Gi-Oh sort of Yami Yugi following Link around as a ghost, but you know. No. Right, it's that one. That one? That one. Okay, this way. There isn't that much depth to Arceus at all. Still a great game though. No, we shall see. I shall see if I can dig out some lore chunks here and there. Right, that's one of the things. So we at least know where that is. I mean, it's stuff like this mission where I'm going around reading stone tablets and getting the lore. This is what I wanted from, you know, a lot of the collecting of this game. Not running around and getting 600 blighting seeds, but actually running around and finding pieces of lore that tell me more of the history of the game. Curse you, Nintendo, and your insanity with 900 little pieces of stuff. Hail, Kev. Hail, last minute continue. Welcome. Lore! Indeed, lore! That's an angry thing. Oh, it was a deer. It was a deer. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, The History of Zora of the Zora, Part 6. Divine Beast Varuta, as told by King Dorfian. When the divine beast Varuta was first discovered at Zora's domain, my daughter Mipha hurried to see it. Those present that day say they saw an unusual sparkle of excitement in Mipha's normally calm eyes as she beheld Ruto. The princess spoke of the divine beast as she would of a friend, and was overjoyed when she was chosen to pilot Ruto. I thought nothing of it at the time, but given the events that followed, I now regret allowing this to happen. I have spent many long years consumed by guilt. My dearest wish is that her soul will know peace. I pray for it every day. That's heartbreaking. Dang the wisps to heck. And the equivalent of collecting feathers in Assassin's Creed 2. I got so close to completing Assassin's Creed 2, and then I realised I was missing a single feather, and I sort of just burnt out at that. In that split instant, I just burnt out after running around collecting all those blasted things. And what do you get at the end of it? A cape that makes everyone attack you. It's beautiful, it really is. Wait, what? My last message, presumably preceded by, "You betrayed the law!" Oh dear. Flags in AC1 say hi. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Kev wins. The flags in AC1, not only because it's just a faff, but also it's mainly because they just bugged. You can quite easily pick up a flag and it will just not register and you have just lost your completion run, and it's just that's pain and misery and no. it be this one? No, of course not. It has to be this one. This one. Okay, back to Ruto. I forgot about the flags in AC1. Didn't we all? I think it's not a case that we forget about the flags in Assassin's Creed 1. We all just blocked it from our memory because... Just because... Give AC1 its dues. It did indeed set forth a particularly good series for a period of time. But at the same time, it was awfully janky. Okay. So we are going in this direction. Yes? Kind of. This direction. Yes, that's sort of it. So I immediately point in the wrong direction again. For a period of time. Well, you know, I think everyone here knows my thoughts on Assassin's Creed at this point. The Ezio trilogy is some of the greatest games, but after that, I just sort of... One day I'll go back and play the Assassin's Creed games again, but not for a while. I can assure you of that. Well, maybe. I might play the Ezio trilogy at some point. Don't know if it'll be on the channel. It might be a franchise run, but the fact that I think most people would revolt if I try and do a second franchise run alongside our Yakuza franchise run, because that's just going to take small eternity to do anything. He says as if he's not already aware that it takes him a small eternity to do anything. I've clocked 30 hours of Arceus in a week. In a week! Oh, right, I've only played 54 hours when it was released. Fair enough. Part 7. We're at Part 7? We are at Part 7. History of the Zora. Part 7. The hero who defeated the Lionel. Twice now. And as told by King Dorfian. There was a time when the people of the land were threatened by the dreaded beast, Lionel, who lived on Polymus Mountain. But one Hylian drove the beast back and restored peace to the domain. The Zora Helm won in this fight is now north of here in the ruins near whatever lake. It rests there to honor the deeds of the hero, Link. And by hero Link, to honor the deeds, you mean stuffed in a metal chest and just left in a corner. Ezio meets Assassin's Creed Valhalla and dies. Near the Luke? Are we bringing CG Skywalker into this too? Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh, near the lake, my friend. Near the lake. Unless Luke has stolen it, and then we'll get to him, and immediately he will just pull a grumpy man face and then throw it into the lake off a cliff, because that's not Luke Skywalker, that was Bob Skywalker as far as I'm concerned. But still, Ezio meets Assassin's Creed Valhalla and dies. Dare I even ask? Right, we've done that. So we now have this one, which is, yeah, cool. I know kind of where that is. This is the soundtrack of the Teleportation, because this game doesn't have much of a soundtrack. I know a lot of its ambience and notes played at long distances from each other, but still, I miss having a proper soundtrack. That's why I felt quite nice playing Skyward Sword again. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game has its charms, but there are a few Zelda staples that seem to be missing, and it just makes me a bit sad, really. Well, Assassin's Creed games are bloody massive now, so without a completion run. Don't remind me. I mean, that's one of the things that I've praised this game about, is just, you, like the map, for example. You unlock the tower, and then you get nothing. You unlock the tower, and apart from maybe a town or something, that's it. You have to go off and find the things. you actually have to explore